Is this thing on? What's poppin'? It's your player partner, Scumbag ZAYSTACKZ, the Scum God. I'm here with my guy, DJ Melly Mel, with Kickin' It with Mel podcast. Stizzy.
Hey, what up, man? Welcome to another episode of Kicking It with Mel, where everybody has a story to tell. I'm your host, Melvin Marroquin, and today I have a very special guest. But before we get to him, a big shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to my people over at Creative Space Art Gallery in Highland Park. Also, a big shout out to my people over at LA Native. So, today's special guest comes all the way from the East Coast. He's from Philly, hence the attire. Yo, so let's make some noise for my boy, ZAYSTACKZ. There we go. What up, brother? How you doing, man?
Oh, man, I can't complain, Mel. It's a pleasure finally to sit down with you, man.
Hey, man, listen, first of all, thank you for being here. It's a Sunday morning, and you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me.
You already know what it is. Dizzy.
Listen, so I want to get to, he's an artist, also an entrepreneur, but I want to talk about music, and then maybe we'll talk into like the business, business you're running here in LA.
For sure.
So let's get into the music first. Okay. So you're an artist, correct?
Correct.
So how long have you been doing music for?
I've been doing music for over 10 years. I want to honestly say I started taking rap serious in 2012 when I dropped my first mixtape, Face Facts. Yeah.
Face Facts?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recall, because getting into music is a process, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you recall what made you fall in love into like wanting to be an artist?
I'm going to be completely honest. My older brother, SCUMLIFE Shotty, he's the reason why I rap. He's the beginning part of why I rap, and then the second part is I was hearing some rappers on the radio, and I'm like, I can do this shit, honestly.
Yeah, who were some of those rappers you were listening to at that time?
I can really remember vividly Meek Mill and Soulja Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Soulja Boy had an influence on you.
Yes, he did. Big Draco.
Really?
Yes,
how so? Like what called your attention? I want to know.
Don't take this the wrong way, Big Soldier. Don't send the goons my way. But I just thought, like, if he can do it, I can do it. The song was amazing. He had Pretty Boy swag out. And I just thought that, I'm like, this is what is going on now. I could do that. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. And then at the time, Meek Mill had a song. This is before he was signed. He had a song called Rose Red.
Okay.
And it was like, Rose Red and my diamonds blue. And I'm like, okay, that's what it takes to be on the radio, something catchy. And I just seen someone from my block, Meek Mill from my block, watched him do it. So I'm like, okay, you gotta have something catchy. You gotta have a hook. And then I seen with Soulja Boy, you gotta have swag. Mm-hmm. So I just implement those two together, and I said I could do this shit.
Yeah. Do you recall what song came out of that? Like, were you saying like, I could do this?
I had a song that materialized out of that called About That. If anybody's a ZAYSTACKZ fan, they know off my first project, Face Facts, it was a slapping song called About That. Mm-hmm. That was the song that I made.
And is that like up on YouTube, or can people still find it?
My original first tape is on datpiff.com.
Okay.
You can find it on datpiff.com. Now we reintroduced it to Apple Music, so it's on Apple Music and Spotify and all those platforms.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up in Philly, right? Mm-hmm. How is that, like music wise, and just in general, because we're from LA. You know, most of my viewers won't be from LA. And
okay.
So can you go over how it was growing up in Philly?
Really dark, gritty, cold. That's what I remember. Dark, gritty, and cold. On the East Coast, we literally get 3 months of good weather in Philadelphia. Wow. That's the summertime. Wow. Everything else is dark, cold. We call it hoodie season. You always gotta wear a hoodie. It's like fall, autumn time, all the time.
Yeah, there's some videos out of in the news. Philly's been up in the news a lot lately because it looks like a fucking apocalypse.
Yeah, and the murder rate is up like 600. Yeah, I come from that. And here being in LA, it's similar. The only difference is there's no flags, no gang banging really out there in Philly. Okay. But it's just a block thing, If you were from the wrong block, you're gonna have an op on your top. But growing up in Philly, it was just really gritty. It made me real aggressive. Yeah. And that's what the East Coast do to you.
Does that transcend into your music? Can we see that?
Yeah, so it did originally until I found myself in music. And one of the artists that helped me find myself in music, his name's Wiz Khalifa. One of my favorite artists. I want to say I based my somewhat career off of him, honestly, yeah.
And meaning finding yourself, what does that exactly mean?
All right, so where I'm from, we were pioneers of battle rap. You get what I'm saying? Battle rap, all in your face, gritty, hoodie, stuff like that. That wasn't my image. It wasn't for me. My brother rapped like that. He's a great battle rapper, and that was their thing. For me, I was like, I gotta branch off and blossom. How can I blossom? And my thing is, with me doing music, I always wanted to do everything it had to do that comes with being an artist. Wasn't just the hot videos on YouTube. Wasn't just I could spit bars. It was like you have the image, you have to look, the merch, the site, all that. That's what I focused on. That's what made me become more of myself, paying attention to Wiz Khalifa. Mind you, I said I'm from the block, 18th Street in Philadelphia. I'm from Meek Mill's block. So that's what I had to see growing up. But then when I seen Wiz Khalifa, who's also from PA, Pennsylvania, he's from Pittsburgh, he showed me a different style of rap and being yourself. So it wasn't no more, oh, I got 100 guns. I was rapping about guns. I didn't even own a gun at the time, based off of where we from and what we thought this is how you're supposed to rap. But then I heard Wiz Khalifa, and he's like player, and he wore skinny jeans and chucks, and he was different. He was tailor-made. He was 501 Dawn. I was like, this guy, he's different. So I'm on the block with Meek Mill and all of them. Literally, I remember vividly sitting with his camp, and they're like, why you rap like that? Why you act like that? Why you dress like that? And then I tell them, I listen to Wiz. Oh, that's why you like that, youngin'. Okay. You know, they ain't really like it because they can only see.
Yeah, because Wiz Khalifa's completely different from Meek Mill. You know, Meek Mill's more a street guy, street politics and all that stuff.
For sure.
Wiz Khalifa, like you said, he was more of like the Chuck Taylors, the skinny jeans.
That man loved weed, and that kept him out of trouble, and that's why I really like.
That's why you gravitated towards him, because you felt like you could relate to that
Plus, I
image,
smoked
right?
a whole lot of weed, so
okay,
you know. But yeah, those were like the artists that helped mold me. Meek gave me the street core because I sat there and watched that, but Wiz gave me the identity to be myself, and he told me it was cool to be myself. So hence where you got ZAYSTACKZ.
Nice. Another artist, rest in peace to Mac Miller. That any influence to you?
Mac Miller had a little bit of an influence to me. I just liked his aura. I'm not going to say I was a big fan of his music. I couldn't even tell you which one of his songs, but I do know I liked his drive, his hunger, and his grind. And that's what I liked about Mac. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Mac, man. Yeah. All right, so slowly progressing. You say you dropped out. You started doing music in 2012. You started creating a buzz for you back home, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's fast forward to 2017.
Okay.
2017 is the year where we met.
Correct.
If you want to let the people know how we met, that would be pretty fun story to get into.
So in Philadelphia, I was getting to a point where I'm like, I'm exhausting all my opportunities and my resources, and I just wasn't into greasing the palm of the gatekeepers. I don't mind cutting a check if I'm gonna get a return from it, but I'm not greasing palms to people that's not gonna help me flourish. So we decided, let's travel. We have to take this on the road. First, we went to Atlanta, did Miami's, but we was like, BET Experience is gonna be in Los Angeles. We need to do that, bro. So we went ahead, got on the flight, did the BET Experience. That was our first time in Los Angeles. And sure enough, we're walking around the old Staples Center, which is now cryptocurrency.com stadium. I see some young guy cutting and scratching hard as shit as we walking up the street. Hard as fuck. See radio station on it. So me being an independent artist, I'm like, I can't walk past this DJ that's at a radio station and not get him to know me or get my music. I believe I gave you a flash drive. So I'm walking past, Melly Mel is going in on it, ones and twos. I had to stand there for like 2 minutes till he got like a break, because you know how DJs get. You'll be standing there all night. So he finally gave me a second to talk. I basically said, yeah, I'm an independent artist from Philly. I just trying to get my music out there. Gave him some information. He gave me his contacts. He probably thought that was it. I wound up going back to Philadelphia because I did not have the funds to stay like I do now. It was like, gotta go back to Philadelphia. But when I went back, I kept in the mindset that I'm going to keep in contact with this radio DJ in Los Angeles. Wound up reaching out to you. A couple of times he wrote back. Sometimes he was busy. But moral of the story is, I kept in contact with this man over the last 5-6 years, and I would hit his line religiously to the point where he would have to tell me, bro, I don't want to incriminate you. This is before he had a girlfriend and all that. Bro, you hit me up more than some of my girls. You got to relax. Like, literally told me this. And I'm like, okay, hit you back in a couple of months, click, you know, and I would hit him up religiously, and eventually he started to recognize my passion and my hunger, and then he would start to, all right, let me check this out, okay, and we would keep in contact, and we would have cordial little conversations, happy holidays, how's this, how's that, and then eventually he happened to come out to the East Coast. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. He came out to the East Coast. He reached out to me, bro. I happened to be taking my child to, I think, Sesame Street.
Yeah, Sesame World.
Sesame Place or something like that. Next thing you know, I'm like, this man actually hit me back once he's on my coast. That was the realest thing ever, bro. I want to say right here, right now, bro, that was the realest shit you ever did. So I kept in contact with him. Next thing you know, he comes to the city. At this time, I'm a starving artist. I was flat broke. I ain't had no money sleeping on the floor. He asked me, where do I go in Philadelphia for a cheesesteak, a good cheesesteak? I wanted to tell him and everything, but I didn't have the money to pay you to take you out to dinner, bro. That's the reason why I curved you that day. I'm letting you know that.
No. You told me this story the other day, and when you told me that, I was like, yo, I was like heartfelt, bro, and I appreciate you. I appreciate the honesty, but like I wasn't looking for you to like buy me something.
I know.
No, but I mean, I see the moral and stuff. Yeah. I mean, that's like even you have a good heart, bro. I was appreciate
it, Mel. Even still, it's like, even if you went out and bought your own meal, how the fuck I was gonna pay for mine? So it's just like, I'm not gonna look at you, and I'm telling him I'm the hottest rapper. I'm next. And I couldn't even buy a cheesesteak. So had to curve that. Time went on. He went back to LA. I would travel back and forth to LA. Every time I would come out here, he was busy, couldn't make it. And then I wound up finally in 2020 moving to Los Angeles in the middle of pandemic. And then I let him know I'm out here. And he's like, oh, for real? And 2 years later, I'm sitting here at Kicking It with Mel podcast.
Nice. And appreciate that story, man.
I appreciate you let me tell it.
And when you talk about persistence, this guy is persistent. So okay, so let's forward now to 2020. You move out to LA. What made you finally decide to say, you know what, I'm packing up my bags and I'm gonna make that move to LA? Like, what solidified that move?
I'm gonna be completely honest. I just seen the window closing for me. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm not a young rapper. I know I got the face, the aura, the drip. I'm 31 years old. You get what I'm saying? I know the industry that made it seem like it's a young man's sport, but for the most part, it kinda is. So I just seen the window closing, and it's just like, bro, most of our connections in Los Angeles. Mind you, we already did the BET experience multiple times. It's like our fifth. We seasoned. We done met so many different people. So it's just like, bro, all our connections are out here. So we decided to set up our own tour. I went back a little bit. We set up our own tour first. That's why we started to get a name in Los Angeles. Then we wound up moving out here in 2020. And just to get back to where we was at, 2020, we just moved in the middle of a pandemic. People was like, don't move. What are you doing? It's California was the biggest population of Corona, but it was like, I'm an independent artist. I'm going to always have obstacles that I got to go through for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
And in real life, the pandemic turned out to be the best thing for me, my brother, and our company. So at the end of the day, shout out to the coronavirus, like for real, honestly. And that put me in position now. And we have an office downtown. We run a merch site, merch line. My brother, he does e-com hacks and stuff like that. We put together websites. He did over 100 websites over 2020 that kept us afloat, made us bread. And 3 for multi-million-dollar companies, but that's enough, my brother and stuff and what we got going on. But 2020, we moved in the middle of a pandemic, and it was a grind, but we put the funds together, we invested in the right things, we wound up getting a headquarters, nice spot, car.
Legit. Yeah, that takes guts, man, especially moving during a pandemic. That and that could easily like deflate somebody's ego or something, or just an unmotivated person who's like, fuck, what the fuck am I going to move for? We're going through a pandemic. But I'm glad the pandemic turned out to work out for you,
Yeah,
like
for sure.
You were able to grow from it. And currently, what is it that you're currently working on music-wise? Do you have any EPs coming out, songs? What's going on musically?
Well, currently, I'm working on my project. Being an independent artist, I made up my own formula. So there was nobody to show me, to mold me, no artist development. You're an independent artist. You're making it up as you go. So that's all it's been. It's just like, right now, I'm not putting out too much more music without having a cult-like following and all my crossing my T's and dotting my I's. Like, until I got that ready, I'm not necessarily putting out original material. I might do a freestyle or something like that, or continue to push the songs that I have out already. But this new project I'm working on is a really dope album. I'm gonna call it The Real Scumbag. That project is really good. I got a couple of songs done, but I'm not letting anything go in vain anymore.
Okay.
We got to make sure the brief is there.
Nice.
If the bag is right, then I'll go ahead and release it. But you know, right now it's just like freestyles and stuff like that. But you guys can check out all the projects I have out on Apple Music, Spotify, and Tidal, YouTube, SoundCloud, my mixtapes, that piff. I don't give a shit. I'm on every platform. You can't. There's no excuse when it comes to me.
So how do they find you?
Okay, so you can find me on all social media platforms. Instagram, ZAYSTACKZ 215, ZAYSTACKZ 215. TikTok, I'm like 20,000 up on TikTok. That's ZAYSTACKZ. And then on Triller, I'm verified on Triller, and that would be ZAY$TACKZ. And then on YouTube, you can just follow me as ZAYSTACKZ, as you see, ZAY$TACKZ.
Interesting. So I want to get into your name. Where does that come from?
Okay, my name, it came to me like a song I wrote, no back. Like literally, I had a bunch of names. I had Zay Murder based off of the area, and in the hood, you gotta have a hard name. Didn't fit me. Some skinny kid with a goofy look on his face, Zay Murder, that wasn't it. Then I tried Playboy. That was played out. Plus lawsuits in the long run. I had a lot of different names, but ZAYSTACKZ just rolled off the tongue, and it just stuck with me, and it made sense. You know what I mean? Not Zay Spin, I'm stacking it, so I'm ZAYSTACKZ. And you know, my brother gave me a nickname, Stizzy, that's short for Stacks, and that became actually one of the dopest ad-libs I ever implemented into my music.
It's dope, I like it.
Stizzy!
And then your thing is SCUMLIFE, right? That's merch, and then I believe you have that tatted across.
Yeah, so SCUMLIFE right here is locked in for life. Society connecting under Society connecting under mastery. Loyalty isn't for everyone. So basically, SCUMLIFE was a lifestyle brand. Something me and my brother came up with in 2013, 2014. We started saying the word. Bro, let me know. You a dope artist, but you have to have something that go hand in hand with your music. Shout out to people like Travis Scott. They basically set that criteria for us. You gotta be the person. If you're a rapper, you gotta do the video, you gotta have the merch, you gotta have this, you gotta have that. And bro came to me with a real dope idea. He's like, bro, you have to have a merch line, you gotta have the brand. And he came up with SCUMLIFE. When he said SCUMLIFE, I said, bro, that shit ain't gonna work. Scum life, bro, I'm not feeling that. I'm being completely honest. It grew on me. And then he broke it down. Society connecting under music. Originally it was society connecting under music. Loyalty isn't for everybody. You know, so he came up with the scum part, I came up with the life part, we put it together, and it became a lifestyle brand that we eat off to this day.
It's a blessing, man.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. So let's get to your top 5 influential artists, or overall favorite artists, bro.
Okay.
Your top 5.
Shouldn't be hard. First things first, Wiz Khalifa is my most influential artist. He came after my favorite artist. My favorite artist originally was 50 Cent. That's why I give you that grittiness, but still that like Wiz. It's like a combination of both. Also, I like the T.I. T.I., he was one of my guys. I liked it Ludacris. Mind you, I told you I'm born in the 90s. Ludacris was my guy. And mind you, I'm sticking to my era, like when I really was listening to music. I can say the B's, the Pocs, and all that, but like Big, yeah, but I'm being completely honest. I'm sticking to what my 5 is. This is not your favorite rapper sitting up here. This is ZAYSTACKZ. We got 50, we got Wiz, we got Luda, Tip, and the artist named E. Shotty. It's my older brother. He started this shit. I ain't gonna lie. That was his old name, E. Shotty. That was my guy. Yeah. Yeah.
So out of those 5, excluding your brother,
okay,
who would be like your number 1 to collab with out of those 4?
Oh, Wiz.
Wiz? That'll be like your dream collab right there?
I got songs with open verses for him right now. I swear to God.
Yo, anybody in Wiz Khalifa's camp, reach out, man.
DJ
reach
Bonics,
out.
You know me, man.
Reach out.
We ran up on you, DJ Bonics. Come on, bro. I met you when I used to work at Kicks USA at Quartermaster back in 2014, bro, when I was pushing sneakers. You remember me. I stopped you, and then we ran into you again at the BET Experience in 2016 before I met him. So I'm on your top, and you still follow me on Twitter. You see everything I do. Stop playing.
Reach out.
For sure.
Nice. So 2022, you said you have some music stored, waiting to get released. But you moved out to LA 2020, so it's been 2 years already.
Yes, sir.
But you've been busy though musically though.
Yes, I have released some singles since I've been out here. So since I've been out here, I've released 5 singles. Since I came in the game, I should be performing that with you after this. Take You Home, about that. I ain't got time. On my way. 5 singles. So I was like, I'm not putting out a full project because, you know, still building a fan base. So it's just like, I'm not going to keep giving them everything and then being like,
yeah,
you know? So it's just one. So I was doing that over the last year.
Just teasing them a little bit.
Just teasing them. And then, you know, I'm going to wind up putting all that back on the project or the next project as a deluxe. You know, we get more streams.
Hey, one thing I want to give you props on, that song that you're going to perform today. I remember you telling me that, you know, you were just hungry, bro. You were out here for like a week. You know, you said you would fly back and forth from Philly to LA. And you said you were out here for like a week. And that song, you said you and your brother or you and your partner shot that music video all on the phone. Is that right?
Yeah,
Is that right?
It's on YouTube right now. It's called Since I Came in the Game. Literally, if you don't even know how to spell my name, if you write Since I Came in the Game, it's the only video on YouTube named Since I Came in the Game. Excuse me, it's a little nippy in here if I sound jittery. But Since I Came in the Game, it's really dope. And we shot it originally on the iPhone 11, checking out of a hotel in Santa Monica while I was arguing with a female. No bat. Literally. And she held the phone all in one take. Shout out to her.
Shout out to her, man. Yeah. Hey, listen, but I have my people here at LA Native, so you need some music videos. These are my people to go to, man. You do a hell of a good job. So just to wrap it up real quick, let's just say we're just to wrap it up real quick. What is one song you do or something you want people to know about you that I probably didn't ask you that you just want to touch on?
ZAYSTACKZ is resilient. I'm a survivor. I'm a grinder. I'm a scumbag. Ain't nothing stopping with me, my bro, my team. We got scumming this year. It's nothing but big shits popping for us. Like, that's all I gotta say. Get with the movement. SCUMLIFE, ZAYSTACKZ, the Scum God, the real Scumbag album, Scum in 2022.
There we go, man. Hey, thank you for watching. You're watching Kicking It with Mel, where everybody has a story to tell. Thank you, ZAYSTACKZ, for being here. Also, shout out to LA Native. Also, shout out to Creative Space Art Gallery. Make sure to follow on Instagram. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel at Kicking It with Mel. Also, Kicking It with Mel on Instagram. And if you want to follow me at urboymel, that's my personal one.
Y'all better follow him.
And make sure to stay tuned because we have a special performance from this guy right here. ZAYSTACKZ, baby. Let's go.
I'm gone.
No, I'm not giving up. That's why I live it up. I just don't give a fuck. They cannot get to us, they can get rid of us. They ain't as big as us, I got the credit. The money was just a plus. I know some niggas who don't give a fuck about none of my dreams, but they still say we a team. Since I came in the game, I've been making a name. All of these rappers addicted to fame. These bitches lame and they all look the same. Where do I aim? Who do I blame? I know I'm the best and I don't need a chain. I smile every day cause I've been through the pain. I did some things that I never could change. Probably the reason I'm feeling so strange. Fuck that. I gotta figure it out. I can't be chasing the cloud. That's not the shit I'm about. But I might hop on the gram, pop at a fan. This ain't some shit that I gotta be in. I got a DM from somebody friend. Life ain't a game, but I play it to win. No, I don't like to lose. I gotta watch my moves. I got a lot to prove. Yeah, I got a lot to do. Watch out for obstacles. I gotta find my groove. Yeah, can't let them get to me. I need a victory. I'm making history. Yeah, no, it's no mystery. I got them sick of me. They can't get rid of me. Yeah, I can't let a young nigga outdo me now. I know I'm the best cause they copy my style. You not on my level, just throw in the towel. I got them like how? I got them now, face facts. They ain't tell you about ZAYSTACKZ. I'm the nigga that lay tracks. Bad boy, now take that, take that, take that, take that. Push start, but it's keys in the whip. Started from nothing, I'm still getting rich. You don't want the beef, you get thrown in the ditch. Fuck on your bitch cause she really ain't shit. You say you need gas, I might sell you a zip. This ain't no movie, get shot with a clip. Same thing, switch. You ain't never gang bang, bitch. You ain't never sold cane, bitch. All my niggas so dangerous. You don't speak scum language. I'm fire, no propane, bitch. Last time I checked, I was better than your vet. If you book me for a show, then you gotta send a check. I'm the hottest in the city, I ain't gotta say I'm next. If you wonder where I've been, tell them niggas out west.